All right, are we taping?
Yes.
We are. Okay, you say we're taping. I'll take your word
Yeah.
for it. I am here with Chip, and I am
Hello.
here with Grace. These are children of Jonathan and Rita Soulen, and they're visiting today, and what we're going to talk about today is organic relationships. It's something that I talked about in terms of what is expected from us as a church in terms of developing intentional discipleship. We've been asked to develop organic and consistent and authentic relationships with the people outside the front doors, and it's something that Grace and Chip helped us do this morning during Coffee on the Porch because we got to talking about the World Cup. Now, Grace, who are you rooting for in the World Cup?
So I'm rooting for Mexico in the World Cup. I've been working in the nonprofit field with Hispanic immigrants, mostly from Mexico. So I'm joining my community. Everybody is really excited that they're doing well, and I like to root for a country that has personal meaning to me. So go Mexico.
Amen. Do you have a rooting interest?
I'm not particularly. I like Iceland a lot, just because Iceland has such an adorable story. But I do think that Spain is probably going to be favorites to win the World Cup, especially because I just came from there. I arrived last night from Spain.
And see, the organic relationship we saw happen this morning was we talked about Spain in the World Cup, we talked about Mexico in the World Cup. A man walked by in a German soccer t-shirt. Mexico had just beaten Germany, the defending champion in the World Cup. So it was almost like a little bit of trash talking because we brought Spain into the conversation, and that was cool. But you were just back from Spain where you were doing?
I was walking the Camino de Santiago.
And you were saying there was something about authentic relationships in that.
Well, yeah, part of the Camino is about self-growth and about personal relationships with others. And of course, the way that I did it is I walked with a group of 20 people from my college. And so inevitably, we created our own relationships within that little social group. And we were also very encouraged by the professors we were with to go out and talk to other people. So for me, that was something that I want to say that I got to practice a lot. Because you're kind of put into this sterile situation where a lot of times you might never meet these people again, which means that you get to go out and you get to try new things and think about how that you're interacting with these people. Yeah. And I think that I learned a lot from that.
Amen, amen, that's great. So yeah, authentic relationships are just getting to know people outside your front door, on the Camino in Spain, working with them in Denver, the work that you do for the community there. Authentic relationships just mean getting to know your neighbor, and organic relationships just means talking about them, where they're from, who they're rooting for, how they're spending their summer. And I think that we could learn about relationships because y'all are getting ready to go to cousin camp.
Yes.
You set up in Maryland, and you were talking about people coming from Alaska,
Yep.
a reunion in Colorado every 5 years.
Yep, our family is all over the place, so we get to come together every summer for cousin camp.
Y'all got a lot
Yes.
going on. Sounds like a good summer, and then you're going back to William and Mary.
I am.
For physics?
For physics, I will be working in a physics lab.
Indeed. So yeah, they know a lot about relationships, and we can learn a lot about relationships by practicing just what we've heard here today. Just getting to know people, how they are, who they are, right outside our doors. Okay? Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right.